If you want to succeed as a rideshare driver, whether you're driving Uber or Lyft, you need to come into it with a plan. Because if you don't come into it with a plan, what's going to happen is you're going to end up like them other drivers that have been driving for years. I'm talking about years, decades, still stuck in the same position. No private clientele, crying about how Uber and Lyft reducing the pay, not doing nothing about it, just accepting it and then coming to the internet or social media to complain about it, or going out here to protest and do all of this silly stuff that I think is crazy. If you're coming into the rideshare business understanding that this is a business and you're a contractor, well, you understand the play. You understand that Uber and Lyft are literally giving you free leads. Literally free leads. Uber and Lyft is not your job. They not. They just say, hey, we got rides. We do take a percentage though. Do you want them? Oh, yes, I want them. Cool. Boom. Uber and Lyft do not tell you, hey, Tom, you have to come in today at 8 and you're going to drive until 4. No, they just say, we got rides, we take a percentage, and you take the other half. That's it. They're not your boss. Uber and Lyft is not your boss. Please, for God's sakes, for the last time, Uber and Lyft is not your boss, which is why I'm like, you know what? For this week, we starting out from the bottom. So I don't care if you in rideshare business currently or you just now coming into the rideshare business. You need to have a plan. If you're in the business and you just been freely driving, it's not too late. We can save you. But it's time to reprogram your mindset, because I don't want y'all to end up like these other drivers out here that have been driving for years and decades, still stuck in that damn same position, crying about it. So we're not going to cry about it. We actually going to do about it. If you complain, you will remain the same. It's always better to take action. There is no way Uber generated $43.9 billion and there's no money for the drivers to make. Like, as a driver, you need to have this mindset of, how could I get a piece of the pie? Uber generated $43.9 billion in revenue. How could I get a piece of that? That's the mindset I want y'all to have. So in today's video, we going with the plan. So this is why I never struggled as a rideshare driver. I had a planned mindset. I came into the business with a plan. I knew driving was not my end all be all. Stamped Trey Jackson, fleet owner. Now let's go into it, y'all. So the problem with most people, they wing it. They come out here, they drive freely. Oh, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna see what I can make today. So they come out driving in hopes that they make a certain amount of money. They ain't got no plan. They just like, I hope I make 200 today, or at least 150. No strategy. Accept whatever Uber pay. Don't think to build a private clientele. They focus on quantity. How many rides I can do? How many rides I can do? Instead of saying, you know what? Let me provide exceptional service and start building a private clientele to where I'm charging now 100 to 120 an hour, and I can make whatever Uber and Lyft paying me in literally an hour. If it take 12 hours to make 4,500 off Lyft and Uber, why not do that in 4 to 5 hours by me building my own private clientele? And them not doing none of those things is why they stay stuck in that same position for years, which is outrageous to me, because y'all know I tell y'all, like, the best way I can put it is Uber and Lyft is not meant to be like no job, y'all. Like, it's just a side. Either you're going to treat it like a business and eventually help create opportunities for other people, or you're going to get in, make some quick cash and get out. It's not meant for you to be driving years and years and years, unless that's something you genuinely want to do. You want to be a taxi driver. You enjoy driving people around, but why not drive people around and drive them around for what you're worth instead of pennies on the dollar? And what I mean by that is pennies on the dollar is basically what Uber and Lyft going to pay you to drive for them. So you can drive for what you're worth if you build your own private clientele. Simplest way I can put it. Reason I was able to succeed, y'all, I had a plan. Strategic entry with end goal. I knew exactly what I was supposed to do, and I did it. Everything was timed each month. Saw income potential others missed. Nobody talked about clientele like that whenever I first got into this business. Some of these guys don't even believe in building a private clientele. They solely think Uber and Lyft is their fucking job. I treated it as a stepping stone. Y'all, if you go back, watch all my old videos, I was a truck driver. I drove for basically 7 years driving trucks. I used trucking as a stepping stone to save a lot of money and have side hustles along the way to help me generate something to actually start a business, which is why I'm now a fleet owner, because I drove Uber Black myself. I learned the business, and now I'm on the other side by creating opportunities for other people. It don't matter whether I'm renting my vehicle out to them or I'm educating them on how to be successful in this business. I'm helping people out. Not only did I do that, I built relationships and skills along the way. I still have in my phone, y'all, contacts of millionaires, multimillionaires that I can text or call if I need something. Now, will I do that? No. But just the thought of that is insane from a guy that didn't have no type of contact list a year and a half ago to now my phone is built up with people like I can potentially go seek advice from. Not just that, but I had developed a skill set. Whenever I was driving trucks, I didn't have no type of skill set. Driving Uber, I was able to build a skill set of cold calling, not just cold calling, but learning how to read people, body language, knowing when to talk, knowing when not to talk, knowing how to deal with racist people. I'm a black man. I'm an African American. Y'all know how many people I dealt with driving, white Caucasian people that was racist. I developed a skill set of knowing how to read them type of people. Like, oh shit, it's gonna be one of them kind of rides today. You know what I mean? So it's just a whole lot of bad things that came with lessons. You know what I mean? Like if you paid attention to it. Now, if I drove like fucking Patrick off SpongeBob, not thinking, I would have never learned nothing, or I wouldn't be able to build a skill set. I wouldn't have paid attention to it. But since I paid attention to it and I made it a business and I had everything laid out how I wanted it to be, I was able to come on this other side. And, now I'm where I'm at now, scaled to basically fleet ownership. Let's move on to the next one. So we got the psychology behind the plan. Vision mindset. I saw Rideshare as a vehicle to help others and build a business, not just make quick money. So whenever I first got into this, I'm like, ooh, I know exactly what I'm going to do. So y'all know the story. Drove trucks, stopped driving trucks. I was making money from side hustles. But after I stopped driving trucks, I had already created an LLC. So while I was driving trucks, I had an LLC created, and I had a business checking account that I was pouring money into that account every week, saving. Created an LLC. I'm like, hey, I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want to create something, either a product or a service where I can help people. So down the line, didn't know it would be Uber Black, having a fleet, and not just, having a fleet renting, but also helping people be successful in this business like me. So my vision was I'm going to get into business as a driver, learn the business, and create other opportunities for people, which is having a good, fair price to rent out my vehicle to let people test the Uber Black market and also educate them on how to be successful in it. That was my vision mindset. I didn't come and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to just try to make $300-$400 today. That's all I want. No, that's all I want. No, anything in life, and this is outside of the rideshare business, you always want to pay attention. You always want to look at it deeper than what it actually is to see how you can utilize it. Whether it's a vision mindset or it's something you want to do temporarily, you need to understand what it's going to be automatically. So there's nothing wrong with coming into a rideshare business without a plan at all. If that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. But at least if you're going to do it for years, like some of these drivers out here that be complaining, at least make a vision of like how you can either add value or, provide other opportunities for people. That's, the best way I can put it. It wasn't just a make quick money thing for me. I'm always been like, man, I'm never going to be that guy to be knowledgeable in certain things and not want to tell other people about it. Because if I keep it to myself, what the hell is it? What's the point of me keeping it to myself? Why not tell other people about it? Opportunity recognition. Identified income potential in Uber Black that nobody really talked about, which is mainly building a private clientele. I already knew coming into this business, my first month, like, okay, you can make good money doing the rideshare platform strictly like Uber and Lyft. But why not double your earnings and control your own income narrative by building your own private clientele? So before I came into this business, y'all, I did my research just like how y'all did y'all research, which that's probably how y'all ran across this video. And nobody was talking like me. Everybody talked about you can make $200 to $300 to $400 off Uber. And I'm like, okay, that's good money. That's good money. Cool. Then I got into it, learned it myself. I'm like, damn, yeah, you can make $300 to $400, but I'm more of a time guy. You think I want to spend 10 to 12 hours driving people, having to take damn near every ride? No. So I'm like, you know what? I think the best move for me to make is to basically build a private clientele. That's the best way. That's the best way. And, that's what I'm heavy on. And that's pretty much what I preach about in the rideshare business. I just don't think it makes sense for you to be in this business and not build a private clientele. Learning orientation, focused on developing customer service and relationship building skills. I focused on adding quality service, not just that, but I also looked at it as a networking standpoint, and I treated my customers and clients like family. At the end of the day, y'all know money is nothing. I'm all for relationships. That's what I'm on. Money is always going to be a byfactor of that. So if you're looking at it the other way, you always lose because you focused on the money. The framework, how to enter rideshare with a planned mindset. So we got step 1, define your end goal. What do you want rideshare to become? Are you coming into the rideshare business to actually make it a business? Or are you coming into the rideshare business to just make quick cash or treat it like a quick side hustle? You need to determine that before you get into this business so you don't get stuck in this business. So if you're coming in here to treat it like a business, how will you help others succeed? That's the first thing you need to look at, whether it's how could you help your private clients succeed? Or if you want to work and hustle and, become a fleet owner, how could you help, people that want to become a driver or be a rideshare fleet owner like you? How could you help them succeed? So you need to understand the value, understand the game, and then dish it back out. Basically be valuable to the marketplace. If you're coming in here for, quick cash, quick side hustle, what's your exit strategy from driving? You need to understand that as well, too, because a lot of people be like, oh, man, I just started driving Uber to make extra cash. Next thing you know, they doing it full time for 2 to 4 to 5 years. And now they stuck in it. They don't know how to get out because I don't know. It's like they just go with life. They don't pay attention to nothing. And I'm talking about these people. Some of these people have corporate jobs. I speak to hundreds of people per day that oh man, I was a finance guy, or, I was in marketing. I'm like, damn, now, like how you get stuck on Uber? Like, and I speak with both sides. I speak with regular rideshare drivers and I speak with Uber Black drivers. Point I'm trying to make is don't get stuck into it. You need to have an exit strategy if you're just coming into it for, quick money. Step 2, identify hidden opportunities. You need to research premium services for Uber Black. Another thing, y'all, I kind of want to add this in is whenever you getting into this business and you're looking for a vehicle, before you actually purchase an SUV, purchase a SUV that comes off as, luxury. That's kind of different. Don't go with the traditional regular Tahoe or Suburban or, try to get something that's like, oh, okay, that's a cool looking car. Stay away from Teslas. I'm just saying, like, come off with that luxurious or luxury look, man. It'll take you a long way when it comes to, building a private clientele. Also, you need to study market gaps others miss. Pay attention to what's going on in your city and state that other drivers that's in your city and state don't pay attention to. That's how you're able to capitalize off that. Look for relationship building opportunities. Step 3, skill development focus. Master customer service psychology. Customer service and basically, I like to say hospitality. Just understanding that, man, will take you super far in this business. Treating your private clients like family more than just, regular clients or regular customers, or treating your clients like family rather than treating them like Uber Black customers. Let's just say that. Let me move myself down a little bit. Learn non-salesy relationship building, because these are higher tax bracket people, man. They know when you're just trying to make a quick buck. It's kind of like you get in the game, you learn the game, and you know when somebody trying to pitch or sell you something. All of this is just paying attention. Develop business owner mindset. You need to, right off the bat, like I said before you get into it, pay attention to everything that come in this business. SUV, what you bringing in, how you going to promote, how you going to do your marketing, where you going to let people know about your services and what you do. Step 4, scale strategy. Plan your transition timeline, build systems for growth, create multiple income streams. So for step 4, you need to figure out your different timelines as far as where you want to be and how far do you want to scale, or how big you want to scale. Everything need to be planned. Like, so for example, we in September, okay, by September, mid-September or early October, I want to have 12 private clients instead of 5. Like, that's just an example I can give y'all. Building systems for growth is like, okay, instead of me having to text every lead I get, whether it's through a Rideshare platform or me walking up to them to sell my service, let me put it on an automated system to have them text them every 3 days to check in on them to see if they need any servicing. Another way you can create multiple income streams is not just offering rides. And I'm saying to regular people, you can create multiple income streams in Rideshare through various of ways, whether it's locking in a contract with a corporate company, hell, the nursing home. You want to rent your vehicle, put it on a Uber fleet partner. It's a lot of ways to generate money in the Rideshare business. Each one of these steps right here in the framework is how you don't stay stagnant. This is how you grow, and this is how you scale. And I'm talking about to a large number. Each one of these steps help you out. Why the planned mindset works. Without a plan, react to market changes, accept low-paying rides, feel like just a driver, struggle with inconsistent income, get stuck in the same position. With a plan, you get to proactively create opportunities, command premium pricing, build professional relationships, generate multiple income streams, scale to business ownership. So this is the basics. I never struggled as a driver. I scaled very quickly to now a fleet owner, and now my goal and plan is to help other people that want to scale and grow to the level that I'm on, that don't just want to stay driving for years and years and years. And that's why I'm preaching now on how to come with a business mindset, on how to treat it like a business, because if you don't have that business mindset, you're going to stay stuck as a driver. The transformation, how the planned mindset created my success path. Started driving, had a strategic plan, built relationships. Not only did I build relationships, I also focused on bettering my customer service, knowing how to cater to people. I then switched that and started premium services, which like, hey, I charge $120 an hour. This is what you'll get, yada, 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 yada. And now, $120 an hour. Now I got a private clientele that I'm charging $120 an hour is what I meant to say. And then now I'm a fleet owner. Don't pay attention to the 10 to 15K monthly. That's just there. But it's some sort of idea of what you could potentially make. Now, I created 2 different products that could help you be successful in this business. The Rideshare Blueprint is basically planning mindset development, opportunity identification strategies, skill development roadmap, scaling framework. And basically just to, summarize it, it's basically a shortcut to the understanding the logistics of the Rideshare business. It's just like, okay, instead of me wasting time, not just wasting time and money, I can just purchase this, look at it, and boom, now I know how to move. Instead of like, oh man, DMing people that's in the business, or, wasting time, buying the wrong SUV, not knowing what you're finna get yourself into. It's like, hey, this is everything about the Rideshare business that you need to know if you want to be successful. Now, when it comes to the 30-day mentorship, I put this out because I've been getting a lot of people asking me, hey man, could you work one-on-one with me? Do you offer mentorships? And this is why I came out with this. So basically you get personal strategy sessions, mindset coaching, you get direct access to me every day, accountability and support. And a 30-day mentorship is not for everybody. It's not for people that just want to solely rely on the rideshare platforms. It's not for people that's just driving freely in hopes that they make a certain amount of money. No, both these products are for people that actually want to see some type of success in the rideshare business and expand and grow, period. You know, I don't just work with anybody, or I don't want to just help out any and everybody. If you're not showing to me that you want to be successful in this business, I don't have nothing for you. No matter how much content I put out, free content, valuable content, you'll never understand if you're not willing to change and make it happen. You know, like I'm opened up this video. If you complain, you will remain the same. That's the best way I can put it. You know, let me move myself. I want y'all to read this. So don't wing it like everyone else. The difference between struggle and success is having a plan from day one. If y'all want access to both these digital products, click the link in my bio. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. You know, I want all of y'all to succeed. I want y'all to not only get in this business, but I also want y'all to succeed in this business. You know, it's the rideshare business. I always say, like, don't overcomplicate it. This is a simple business, and you always going to see some type of success in it to where you can generate multiple income streams, not just one, by giving people rides. It's so many ways you can make money in this business. So if I can help in any given way, I want to do that. But that'll be it for this video, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Show some love to the channel. Like this video. Comment on this video. Let me know what y'all want to see more of. Also share the video. Everything that I get from y'all, any type of support, I really appreciate it. It helps grow the community. It helps grow the channel. But with that being said, y'all, that'll be it for this video. I'll catch y'all next video.